rancher is facing legal trouble in the next chapter of a 10-year saga with Whitman County.
Parents are back in town for the first in-person family weekend. Find out what WSU has planned to make this one special. Murrow News 8 starts now.
From the Northwest Public Broadcasting Studios on the campus of Washington State University, this is Murrow News 8.
Good evening, I'm Will Wixie.
And I'm Aspen Schumpert. Welcome to Murrow News 8.
Cassie Ross has been found. Pullman police announced on Twitter this morning that the 17-year-old has been located after initially having gone missing on October 6 around midnight on Lost Trail Drive. Ross was thought to be headed to Cul-de-sac, Idaho after the original disappearance. However, it is unknown where Ross was found. It is only known that she has been located.
The first in-person WSU Family Weekend begins tomorrow. There are plenty of events students and family can attend throughout the weekend. The first will be Zoo Mania in Boiler Gym to celebrate the upcoming basketball season. The women's team will have a three-point shootout and the men's team will have a dunk contest. Other events like the one you see on your screen will also be happening. You can plan your entire weekend on Presence with the full list of events.
Researchers at WSU began a $125 million project to identify and prevent future pandemics with the U.S. Agency for National Development. The 5-year project will involve up to 12 countries in Africa, Asia, and Latin America to find unknown pathogens that have high potential to spread from animals to humans.
The City of Pullman is hosting a bike and pedestrian plan virtual open house today at 5:30. The hope is that the Pullman community will help shape Pullman's new bike and pedestrian plan for years to come, using feedback from the active users of Pullman's sidewalks and bike paths. If you'd like to join the open house, check the City of Pullman's Twitter for the virtual open house link. WSU is celebrating its commitment to serving and supporting undocumented students with the grand opening of the Undocumented Student Center on the Pullman campus. Madeline Donaldson has more at the Compton Union Building.
Hi, I'm Madeline Donaldson, and actually right now I'm located at the Undocumented Student Center, which is a new thing on campus, and they're having an event from 5 to 7 p.m. tonight in room 421 in the Cub, which is where I'm located right now. And according to the director of the Undocumented Initiatives here at WSU, Marcella Pattinson, says that this event is to offer to reflect and celebrate students who are undocumented students and to make them feel like they have a safe space here on campus. At the event, the attendees can hear stories from undocumented students and their journeys. And also, I don't know if you've seen the murals here around campus, they were actually drawn or made by the Draw for Change, which is an organization that works to combat systemic oppression. And they're also hosting a fundraiser for the event, which is if you donate $25 or more, you actually receive one of those murals as a poster, which I think is really cool. So yeah, come support undocumented students tonight and be an ally. And I'm Madeline Donaldson, live. Back to you guys.
Thanks, Madeline. Well, a 70-year-old Pullman area rancher has been sentenced to 2 days in jail for not fencing his cattle and allowing his stock on a highway. Marcus Jacobson turned himself in this week at the Whitman County Jail to serve his 2-day sentence. The Whitman County Prosecutor's Office continues to receive reports that Jacobson's cattle are still getting out of the fencing in his Kirkendall property. Jacobson will automatically face 3 months in jail if convicted of a probation violation from his cattle at large or stock on the highway.
The water in Genesee is once again safe for infants. In June, city officials in Genesee warned residents that high nitrates made the water unsafe for infants under 6 months. According to a post on the city's website, the city has taken the well that had high nitrate levels out of service. The city will closely monitor the nitrate levels in the remaining well.
Former Lewiston Representative Aaron Von Ellinger made his first appearance in ADA County Magistrate Court yesterday morning in connection to felony charges of rape and forcible penetration of a 19-year-old house intern. Von Ellinger was arrested by the County Sheriff's Office last Friday and was taken back to Idaho from Clayton County, Georgia. He denied the charges and said that the interaction was consensual. He is scheduled to appear in court for his preliminary hearing on October 29th. John Deere employees are on strike, and we'll tell you how that might impact your local farming towns.
Getting a COVID-19 test in Spokane County is about to become easier. Find out how after the break.
Days, months,
Hey, I'm Jim from across the street.
years,
I'd like to give you this.
a lifetime can rush by without realizing what we're missing. We lose some of the best moments, some that may never repeat,
Come on.
or detach from people around us. Our loved ones grow used to this pattern, but it doesn't have to be that way. We have a choice to take action. It's never too late to live a full life again. Hear how many of us Vietnam veterans have managed our mental health and reconnected with our families. Visit maketheconnection.net to find out more.
Spokane County plans to open multiple new community COVID-19 testing sites around the area. According to Health Officer Dr. Francisco Velasquez, Spokane Falls Community College will open along with 3 to 4 more testing sites in the eastern part of the county. The sites will open at a time when the case rates are locally decreasing, but still high. In the past 2 weeks, Spokane County has a rate of 671 cases per 100,000 residents.
And thousands of John Deere workers in the Midwest went on strike over their contract. The unionized workers went on strike early this morning after overwhelmingly rejecting a contract by negotiators for the United Automobile Workers Union. Although no strikes have been happening in our area right now, it could have affected our fall harvesting before the winter came. And I certainly had to use my window scraper this morning getting to class. Ava, am I going to have to use that tomorrow?
Well, Will, I have some good news for you. For everyone who wasn't a fan of that October snow we saw yesterday, even though it was mostly rain, it was that kind of slushy snow-rain mix, I don't think we're going to have to pull out the ice scrapers tomorrow or, for the rest of the week, because the lows are increasing to above freezing for the next few days, and we don't really have that chance of rain. So overnight, I don't think anything's going to be freezing to block up your cars. So let's look at today. We got a high of 47 degrees and a low of 37. And that sunset, I want to point out that sunset, it's getting earlier and earlier because of daylight savings, so it's going to be 6:02 p.m. This is one of the last days where that sunset is going to be on or after 6 p.m. Soon we're going to be in that 5 o'clock range. So keep that in mind as the evening goes on. We got 9-mile-per-hour winds. So with that chill, it's going to be picking up and it's going to be a little cooler in your day. So keep that in mind as you're walking home from class. Moving into tomorrow, it's going to be a high of 58 degrees. So we're jumping up about 10 degrees for our high. We have a low of 35, so it's still sitting above that freezing point. And again, that sunset, it's moving to 6 p.m., so we're getting earlier and earlier as we move into the fall months. Looking at Washington State as a whole, Seattle and Olympia, 58, 56, so they're in that mid to high 50 range for their highs, and they do have a chance of 30% showers today. So if you live on the west side, keep that in mind. We're going to be seeing some rain tonight. And Tri-Cities and Yakima, of course, they are the hottest of the state we see today. Tri-Cities is sitting at 62-degree high, Yakima at 59. So if you live on the west side or eastern Washington, I bet you're getting jealous of central Washington as we move into the fall months, as it's cooling down here in Pullman and Spokane. We see a 51-degree high in Spokane and a 39-degree low. And like I said, that 34-degree low in Pullman. Moving into the 5 cats, I'm going to step off the screen so you guys can see this. It's nothing too exciting. It's not too bad. We got a 58-degree high tomorrow. But what I do want to point out is Saturday for game day, WCU facing Stanford. We're going to have a 67-degree high and a low of 40. And it's going to be sunny skies. So if you're watching outside in Martin Stadium, enjoy that sunshine while it lasts. Back to you guys at the desk.
There's a lot of buzz around the WSU women's and men's basketball teams. We'll tell you who the Pac-12 thinks the standouts are this year.
And which Mariners player said they will make the playoffs next season. Find out after the break.
It's okay to be scared. You don't have to be so strong.
Strength is not optional. This is my mother, my purpose. Real muscle is lifting her spirits between bedpans and bad news from doctors that doubt her strength. Strength is buried in bills, managing meds, and swallowing those moments of, Mom, it's me, your daughter. Remember? My strength is super, but I'm still human, right?
Look who's here. There she is. Thanks for your patience.
How you feel?
If you're caring for a loved one, visit aarp.org/caregiving for care guides and community, or call 1-877-333-5885.
Media Day for Pac-12 basketball was yesterday, and that means the preseason media polls were released as well. WSU's men's team was picked to finish 8th in the conference this season. Noah Williams was selected to the all-conference first team, and F.A. Abogidi was an honorable mention. The women's team was selected to finish 6th in the conference after making the NCAA tournament last season. Mitch Haniger wrote an article for the Players Tribune today, and he discussed how disappointed he was that the Mariners were not able to end their playoff drought this year. Haniger also guaranteed that the team will make the playoffs soon. Towards the end of the article, he called out the Mariners front office and said that it's time to go all in and make impact moves to get the team to the postseason. And after a tough loss to a strong Vegas Golden Knights team on Tuesday, the Kraken will look to rebound against a much weaker Nashville Predators squad. Coach Dave Haxtell has his work cut out for him, as the Kraken's defense gave up a lot of odd man rushes and the power play lacked any sort of chemistry. But that's to be expected for an expansion team. Kraken fans will hopefully be treated to the franchise's first win tonight. That's it for sports. Back to you at the desk.
Thanks, Derek. Well, who doesn't love going to pumpkin patches?
Find out after the break which Washington pumpkin patch has been named on Yelp as one of the best in the country.
Let me tell you about the toughest guy on earth. He does the work of 2 jobs, but only gets paid for one. He's tough enough to feed the man that gave him a lifetime of nourishment. He has the crazy strength to lift the man that raised him up without even flinching. That's right. No employee of the month bonus check here. This guy, no, this warrior, will always be by his father's side, even if his dad will hardly remember. Good luck finding a gym to train for that. If this guy isn't the toughest guy on the planet, then I don't know who is. Caregiving is tougher than tough. Find the care guides you need at aarp.org/caregiving.
The Carpenito Brothers Farm in Kent, Washington has been named one of the best pumpkin patches in the nation and has around for more than 50 years. Chris Carpentino told King 5 News the pumpkins are what sets us apart. The pumpkin patch is open daily from 9 a.m. to dusk and offers more than just a sea of pumpkins. You can enjoy freshly roasted kettle corn, corn on the cob, and pet the farm animals at the fun yard, along with traveling through the Cougars versus Huskies corn maze. Well, that's all we got time for you today. Thank you so much, and check us out on our social media if you missed anything.
Have a good night.